Whoops. Okay. Sorry. Can you hear me now? I apologize. I had my mic wasn't all the way plugged in. All right. First off, I want to say I am sorry for MME not happening today. But there's a good side too, because I can make a positive Amico vid, a very positive Amico vid. Also, shout out to Blinded Braille. He gave me a heads up on this, and then I randomly, before I tanked on my couch and fell asleep, I saw Intellivision released a video. But I have an update on Earthworm Jim and Battle Tanks gameplay. And Battle Tanks, we'll do a little reaction here. We're first going to address the Earthworm Jim because this is breaking news. I don't even know if anyone else covered this yet. So thank you so much, Blinded Braille. You really gave me a really good heads up, and it's like it's Variety. He gave me an article from Variety, and I think there's actually a clip of the animated. I don't know if this is from the animated series they're working on. But first, some of you may not know how much I've been looking forward to the Amico and how much I've been a fan. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hold on, let me get, I don't know if, are you still live? Let me send you a link in case you're not live, because I had a lot to cover. Hold on a second. It's still live. I don't know what you're talking about. Hold on a second. Let me send you a link. I think you're streaming though, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Let me see. All right, hold on. I don't know what's going on there. All right, well, you can come on if you want, because I have other news, Tony. I have other breaking news that you're going to want to cover on your channel. That's actually positive. I would have liked some of my Amico friends to come on here, but I think they're all busy tonight or at short notice. And I'm not saying you're not my Amico friend, Tony, but you feel free to come on. No, I'm not in shambles now. I'm not. I was actually going to show an interview I did with Doug Tenaple with my friend Lunga and some other friends, Boshti, back in the day. So I will share that part first. Let me make sure I shared the audio. Hold on a second. All right, Tony, then I will make a post on the channel, my channel section, community channel section for members, okay? Hold on. You always have to be difficult, Tony. God. Hold on a second. You're delaying my show. It's a good day to be an Amico fan. I'm really excited. Hold on a second here. I'm posting the link for members on the channel, the community section. So you can get in there from now. I don't know why your Twitter's not working. Okay. All right. You're making your Twitter better. Okay. All right. So we'll get to the clip of the interview where I ask him about the Earthworm Jim animated series back in the day on my friend's channel. I have to say, this interview was not my best work. It was one of my first interviews. Go support Lunga and the Great Council. Give him a sub. Thumbs up the video. It was just awkward. Also, I was a big fan. I still am a fan of Doug Tenaple. I would like to speak with him again. I don't really want to go over all the controversies surrounding his freedom of speech and things he said. I would just like to talk to him again. I do think he's immensely talented. Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay. Hey, Tony.
Hey, what's up, Max?
Hey, I was gonna do. Did you even know about the Earthworm Jim news today?
I did see that there was a tweet and a little video on Twitter.
Okay. Well, I don't know about this battle tanks being brought down, but this is when I don't know if you knew this. I interviewed Doug Tenaple back a long time ago when I was fresh to interviews. I was kind of awkward, and I asked them about the animated series, the Earthworm Jim animated series. So I thought we could be fun to speculate on what we think is happening with. Well, we know that it's not being actively worked on right now. That people that were working on the Amico Earthworm Jim video game have kind of gone on the other things and are working on getting the console released, but there could be also other reasons too. Part of it could be other tie-ins with potentially this animated series. Maybe they want the game to be tied to the series. Maybe they want to wait on that. There's lots of reasons there. But I did you see any footage from I think there's actually footage from the Earthworm Jim animated series that they put up. And I don't know if this is Netflix or not. When I talked to Doug, he was going to fly over to Japan, talk to Netflix of Japan to talk with them about it.
Then I guess I got news for you, Max.
Okay.
Because the account tweeted that Doug Tenaple will not be involved with the series at all.
Okay. Well, that may also be for, I don't want to go into his commentary online, but he is controversial online for sure. That doesn't take that doesn't take anything away from his talent, though. He's very talented. He still does his Earthworm Jim comic books. I still would like to talk to him again too. It's kind of weird though how to do that without getting controversy on, and also having you on too discussing that. Okay, but yes, of course they are. Any announcement they're going to make that clear, because there are going to cancel culture does exist, so there are going to be people that say what an Earthworm Jim series, and they're going to want to know what his involvement is. Definitely. Including some critics of the Amico. I know some critics of the Amico really do not like Doug and things he said. But I was just going to play this quick clip from an interview that I asked them about it.
No, okay. So did you have questions or you just had comments that you did your
research? I just had comments. I was kind of late joining the party, so I was just excited.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you're excited. I'm real proud of this book.
This is when he was releasing
I've been with
his
this
first
character
book.
obviously for a long time, right? I created that thing in '93, and it's just frustrating to not have had the book rights to be able to tell his story, and now I can finally.
He gets to it shortly.
So
this isn't going to be a long clip, Tony.
Finally, in the tail end of my life, I can finally tell the story.
Yeah. Doug's been diagnosed with terminal ego, so he's
that was pretty funny.
A few years ago. A lot of people on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. How can you not? If you put a camera on yourself, you've got an ego. If you showed up, you have an ego problem already.
I've said that. Anyone that goes on YouTube and puts a camera and wants a mic position in front of their mouth has an ego. That's no lie.
I have some questions.
I have a question.
I have a question.
I have a question.
That's one thing. Can you get me connected with the comic book company?
Oh, this is so awkward watching my interview. I'm trying to. I thought I was right where I asked him, but I'm sorry, I was a little advanced.
Stream with me. I want to stream with the People's Champion.
All right,
that wasn't what I was going to ask.
I'll put a good word in.
Okay.
Timed me out in his chat one day, and here's the funny thing. I let it go. I didn't care.
He's my favorite character in the world.
I because he's Italian too. And one time he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm Italian too. I'm from Sicily." He asked me where I was from. I'm like, "Okay." So one time in the live stream, I was like, "Hey, when are you going to come on my channel? I want to talk to you." He's like, "Great counsel. I don't know who you are. I don't like Duke. I don't want to come on." And then some other random person says, "I know who he is, Hut. He's with the Phantom Menace. You don't want to talk to him."
He did that to me too.
Yeah, I'm like. And I go, dude.
I would speed it up, but I don't want to miss it because it's not a lot of content about it.
I don't want arguing in my chat.
I'm arguing in my chat. I time you out.
I wasn't even arguing. I was just clarifying. But okay,
I'll talk to him about. I'll tell him you guys shake out good. So
All right.
he really is. He's more of like a news guy, you know.
Yeah.
and he's
God.
not that comfortable. Even
wanna
on
get
my
to-
show, he'll come on my show and he'll be like silent for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not that he. I think he's new to this kind of back and forth, and he needs to get better at it, you know, which is fine. But I'll always tell him, you know, or maybe we can all do something together. Or get over. I think I could get him to do it. I think I could get him to do it.
Well,
Yeah,
something
Carl's
that's
a great one. He needs to get over.
Okay,
Yeah.
here I
If you're
think
really
I
that
finally get
great,
to the
if
point.
you're really the people's
You see how bad
champion,
I
we'll have
was,
these guys
Tony?
on.
Well,
Yeah,
something
I
that's
do.
great about these crowdfunded indie comics now is in your properties, what you're working on, Doug, is you have a lot of reach to go into other mediums, and you've already been there with the video games.
Yeah.
What you might come to fruition with going to Netflix Japan and an actually animated.
Yeah.
I also am a big fan of classic video games, retro consoles. I'm really looking forward to the Amico.
Yeah, me
I
too.
eventually want to talk to Tommy Tallarico too. I'm a big fan of his too. I don't know. Put me in a good word there too. I don't know
I
how
can
much.
put in a good word. I don't know. You know, I invite him on my show all the time, and he doesn't show up. You know, you know me. I just throw the link out. And sometimes you guys show up, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah, I first started watching him back when he did his
Oh God!
reviews
This
on
is
the run.
exposing me as a nerd.
Yeah,
show
I was
and-
on his show back in the day. I've known him since '93. So he's a good guy. He's another good guy. Like
Yeah.
he kind of comes off like an a-hole in his kind of a public like salesman persona, but you get that guy alone. And I really like aggressive business guys that push and dream and try and aren't afraid to fail. And he's one of them.
I have high hopes for the Amico. I like that it's like pre-order.
God.
Crowdfunding's great too, but he's putting the money behind it, getting everything set up. And I'm gonna order mine. I didn't do the first edition. I missed out on that.
I missed out on that one too. But as he keeps coming out with new editions, I'll definitely pick
Is
one
there
out.
anything you could share? Is the Earthworm Jim's, is the game still going to be on the Amico?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's going forward. It's going to be a bigger game. It's going to take more time. So it's not going to be there at launch, which is in October of this year. But the games that are on it, if you like in the original Intellivision, you're going to get a ton of great Intellivision games. And I've seen them, a ton of them, and they're fantastic. So.
You've played some and seen you've had hands on the controller.
Hands on the controller demo. And the controller is weird, I'm telling you. So it's the normal Intellivision.
I don't know how much I want to play this. I don't remember what I discussed.
But they did this weird.
I thought I asked
convention
them
where you
directly
can turn
about
any cell phone into a controller.
Well, you know, I'll
So
pause
this is
for
kind
a
of
second, Tony, to see what you think so far, because I didn't remember what all I knew. I discussed the animated series with him, but I don't know if that was all I discussed with him. This is still kind of interesting to get him talking about.
This is definitely interesting. Obviously, Doug is familiar with the system. He's got some insider knowledge that he's sharing, at least early insider knowledge.
Yeah, that was real early on. We could play a few more minutes just to see if I don't remember everything. You know I do things fresh, so I didn't go back and rewatch the whole thing before I went live.
Of there, you know, when I'm playing my PlayStation with my kids and I want to go buy an extra controller, I'm spending $54, right? This thing has these little plastic discs that you put on your phone, and it's magnetic, and so it sticks to this side, and that becomes your thumb dial, and then you use your buttons, you know, for fire buttons. Turns your phone into a fully functioning controller. So if you're a family, it comes with
I can
two,
address this,
and then if you want to break it out
I'll talk
to
about that,
8-player or
I think.
4-player game, and everyone has a phone, you could do it on the spot for free.
Yeah,
For those
I
who
like
not,
it.
Not quite as old.
See,
This
I'm
is
genuine.
Intellivision,
Yeah, look at that thing. So that's its big innovation, was it had a disc,
Yeah.
you know, a rotational disc, and
which if you think about it, it's kind of like the granddaddy of smartphones. Before you could actually touch a screen, you would put your finger on the disc.
and the granddaddy of the analog joystick. I mean,
Yeah.
that thing could go anywhere. You could just swirl it around, and it had certain number of points of contact. And of course, the new Intellivision has even
don't
more
know.
points of contact and stuff like
There's
that.
like a few more minutes of him talk about.
I like
have
it.
any
Funky good.
aspirations to have your other properties eventually be games too, like Bigfoot?
Oh,
Village?
Yeah, it could work. Just so you guys know, though, games is a young man's game.
Yeah.
And I'm an old man. And in a way, so is television animation is a young man's game. You know, I was a showrunner.
In fact, I think we should
And
end
it
it
just
there.
puts you
There's
in
not
the
much. I
grave.
don't
It
remember
is not
anything
fun.
else being in there. I just thought that'd be interesting to revisit before I get to the article. If you want to see the whole video with the interview, it's on Lunga's channel. It's still there. I couldn't find it at first because it's called the Gray Council Sunday Stream. But this was from February 23rd of 2020. You can go
Yeah,
check
I'll
out the
definitely check that out later.
Okay. All right. Any thoughts there before we get to the article, Tony? Nothing
Let's
real.
dive right in.
Dive to the article?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on with this new Earthworm Jim show.
Yeah, it's exciting. I don't know. As far as I could tell, I mean, unless I am mistaken, they actually show a video clip of the animation. Unless this is from something else, it looks awesome. And if there is a direct tie-in with Amico, that's a big win. Now, this battle tank thing is happening at the moment, and I'm not sure of everything. I still have the video up. So what happens if I play it? Will they strike me or delete it or something?
They shouldn't. I mean, it's fair use as long as you're. I mean, I just played it on my stream about an hour ago. So.
Okay. All right. So I know there's some people being critical that there's assets for like graphics being used, but as far as I know, I've heard that they were legit assets that of course they exist, but they got the okay to use it. But I'll research that more obviously, and I'm sure Tony will as well. But let's get to this Earthworm Jim exclusive, right? You didn't know about this article?
No, I didn't read the article.
Okay.
I just saw the
I only knew about it because my friend Blinded Braille knows that I'm really into the Amico and anything Earthworm Jim. So that's the only reason I found out is he sent it to me. Hold on.
Blinded Braille was in my chat. He didn't send me the article.
Well, he's
disappointed.
Max comes first.
Oh,
for Blinded Braille. He only knows you recently. Variety exclusive. This was today at 1 p.m. Earthworm Jim TV series in development from Interplay Entertainment exclusive. Look at that image there. If that's the image they're going for, is this the style animation? It looks I really love the style. And would it only make sense to do the tie-in directly with the animated show for the Earthworm Jim Amico game, Tony? Like, or do they they wouldn't go and do something separate if there's this new series coming out? It would be, especially with children's properties, it makes so much sense to do a tie-in, right?
Oh yeah, it definitely makes sense to do a tie-in. The animation, the look of Earthworm Jim here is slightly different than the preview,
Amico
trailer, teaser, whatever.
Oh yeah, but that's the another reason we might not be seeing it, because they did get more done, but they might have had to, because like when I spoke with him in that interview, I didn't do enough on the stream, but right at that time he was telling me that he was going to meet with someone in Netflix Japan. I don't even know if this is where this is ending up, this animated series. So they may have been shopping it around. I don't know if that's where it's going to end up. So things, were the Earthworm Jim property has become more relevant in recent years, also because of Doug's Kickstarter campaigns and Indiegogo's with his stuff, even though they always make sure to comment whenever they release any press release about his involvement in it, because of reasons. We know the reason. We don't have to go over them here. If you want to do any research on the man himself, you can. I'm not afraid to speak with him. I don't know if he'd want to come on my show anymore, but I would like to talk with him again in the future as well. Remove the art from the artist.
Jim looks more beefy.
Yeah. But let's read this article. A new Earthworm Jim animated TV series is in development. Variety has learned exclusively. The project actually, I had the exclusive first. No, I'm just kidding. Has learned exclusively. The project hails from Interplay Entertainment Corp., which owns the right to Earthworm Jim games Interplay has partnered with APA to bring the project to television. Like the games, the series would follow the adventures of the titular Jim, a worm in a futuristic robot suit who fights evildoers. The series will also bring in new characters as they navigate the galaxy, where each planet is home to a race of anthropomorphic animals. Jim's ultimate quest is to find his true home among the stars, a near mythical planet called Earth. A first look at the potential series can be found. The Earthworm Jim news comes as Interplay is looking to develop new TV and film projects based on their video game properties via their newly formed TV and film studio division. Michael K. Parandi is on board to lead those efforts, working with producer Aaron Billett and the animation studio Passion Pictures, led by animation producer Mark Bowden Joyo. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. So if there's a new department that's going to work on other Interplay. What else could be Interplay if potentially the Amico is released and they do the Earthworm Jim game and it's also released if the Amico's still around there, and I really hope so. Does that give them an in for all Interplay, or do you think they'll shop it around to other platforms? It's very good. It's great if the Earthworm Jim is an exclusive to Amico still. If this all comes out, if the series comes out, if kids like the series as much as, I don't know if it could potentially reignite the series even more like the Sonic film did, if kids really like the animation, right?
Could be. Have you been watching the old series?
What? The old Earthworm Jim?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I honestly didn't know there was an old Earthworm Jim animated series.
You can watch it free online.
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
It's on Tubi.
But that's another question I would have, though, because Tommy has some friends at Interplay with the other projects that they're potentially going to TV and film. And then this is if you own IP like this is the time to development because of the recent success of video game to movie and TV series, success with with Sonic. They're doing Mario now. This is the time to do it. You follow the leader, really. You follow the leader. Sega is doing that with Sonic. Nintendo's doing that with Mario. And this could be a big win if everything works out for Amico. It really can be a strong positive, especially if they have the tie-in. Even if they don't have the tie-in, but it would only make sense. I don't see how you can release the game and have nothing to do with this series.
But Max, couldn't it be a negative for Amico too?
Why? How?
Well, okay. Let's say that the series comes out and it's a huge hit, and this causes them to say, you know what, we're not going to be exclusive on the Amico. And so it goes to other systems, and now your one big draw is no longer exclusive to the console.
Where am I? Hello, what's up?
RJ, about the Amico.
Yeah, I know.
There's breaking news that about I showcased a video of me and Lunga in the past interviewing Doug Tenaple.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So he at that time he said he was meeting with people to discuss, and maybe he took a step back after that interview. Honestly, that could be part of it too. He may have taken a step back, and Interplay took it over shopping this. Also potentially because of his online persona. But that's not, if you separate the art and his quality of Earthworm Jim, the property from Doug, what he,
Well, yeah, it's interesting, right? Because this Earthworm Jim TV show, to be honest, Max, I mean, it's cool. It helps the IP. I don't think it's really connected to that Amico game, though. I think that's its own separate little project in that little universe. Here's my question, though, right?
Why wouldn't you try to develop in tandem with this, if possible?
Because here's my proposal. What if Interplay is looking to make another Earthworm Jim game, a more high-profile, bigger budget one?
Unless something's
for
changed,
modern consoles.
unless something changed, and sometimes I think Tommy gets in trouble with what he says at the time. But unless it's changed, they have an exclusive. Well, they have exclusive to Earthworm Jim 4. right?
Right, but they don't have exclusive to a different kind of Earthworm Jim game. That was my point.
Yeah, I agree with RJ. You might get Earthworm Jim 4 on the Amico, and then Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, like the
on TV.
platformer kind of format, but this could be something else. What if it's like a 3D platform or something else? Something a little bit more ambitious.
Even though, well, if that were to happen, it would still be a benefit to them. It wouldn't be as much of a benefit to me because you still get the numbered series.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I think
that's
Interplay
true.
might be making this TV show for other reasons too, because if they're trying to get into the TV and the movie business with their IPs, why not go to a bigger developer, get a big budget Earthworm Jim game, but something that doesn't contrast with the Amico game, just kind of adds to it. It's like a different genre kind of game, right?
Well, Retro Complex, you could come in too, man. I think you might have the link, and if you're available, that's in. You know, I will be following this closely. Either way, it's still either. I see what you're saying, RJ, and yes, that wouldn't make it as exclusive or as
well. It isn't a bad thing, by the way,
special.
because again, Amico still gets Earthworm Jim 4. They get the side scroller.
Right.
I'm talking about,
or they they at least get an exclusive version. The
Yeah.
worst thing would be is if Interplay comes in, makes a game like you're saying, and they shop it around to the, you know, so it's available on the three big ones, Sony, Nintendo, and Xbox, and they make the game faster and it comes out before Earthworm Jim 4. Then I'm like, ugh. You know, yeah. All right. Way forward would make. I love way forward. All right, so let's read more of this article here. I'm actually going through the full article. I remember loving Earthworm Jim as a kid. Brandy says, and there's so much potential in the story universe, a galaxy full of animals battling for power. Jim is an earthworm in a universe where Earth is nothing more than a myth. His struggle to find meaning is surreal and comical, but it's also relatable. We are thrilled for the opportunity to create a show for an iconic character that we grew up playing. And we will get to the video clip that's here too, of both playing on Genesis and watching on TV, Bill added. The fans have matured and deserve a current take as we bring in new audiences. Now, to give a little heads up, if this is direct from the show, the style and the and the humor, I think could even be more successful than Sonic, in my opinion. But that's before we get to it. All right. The first Earthworm Jim game was released on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo in 1994. There have been 4 games in the franchise to date, with the last release in 1999. There was also a WE cartoon series based on the games that ran for 2 seasons starting in 1995. Dan Castellaneta, best known for voicing Homer Simpson, provided the voice of Earthworm Jim. I didn't know that. The character has also appeared in other video games, a Marvel comic series, as well as action figures and other toys. Okay, so now here is this interview with the, I will take this off here and play this. Make sure you can tell me if you can hear.
Well, people call me Earthworm Jim, and I like it.
Yeah, I can hear
it's my brand. It's me. My friends call me Groovy Jim. Now, I tried to get marketing to approve that, but they said, nah. Now, just to be clear, there's new leads.
All right.
But,
so initially, what are your thoughts on the style? I don't know if the voice is the voice sounds good. I don't know if
I mean, like, this is just a test of concept, right? I think when we actually get the show, it'll probably be different in some aspects.
I love the style. I love the animation style. What's your thoughts, Tony?
This, like I said, this should be interesting, right? I think they're making something that should please all kinds of fans, like every fan, hopefully. That's what you would hope, at least, right? So, I think this could be something cool. I think obviously they're looking at this and saying, "Hey, we can make something really cool and special out of this," So,
Tony, what's your initial thought before we finish it about the animation style, the voice?
The animation style looks great. I love the look. The voice, I'm not really feeling it right now.
Okay. All right, let's watch the rest.
I'm still the star. Yeah. Well, it's in the title. Yeah, I've done some TV in the past. I was very young. I was a teenager back then, a bit nuts. This is very different now. We've matured.
Looks great.
People think it's fake, but we're actually doing these things. We're flying this ship. We're going through space. This is all real, man. Now, all I want is good dirt. Now, I love dirt. Naturally, the best dirt is on Earth. The dirt out here, well, it's too bitter or too sandy. I tried to dirt on the moon, from Mars, from all kinds of planets, but the best is on Earth. It's adventure. It's science fiction. It's not just action, it's also satire. But it has emotion. It has love. It's sensitive, like me. Yeah, they upgraded my suit. It's super tech now. I made them add a thermostat to keep my ass warm. You know, we had to because, well, you know, space is cold. Let's be clear. A worm lost in space can't be an earthworm, right? It's just a worm. Now, we're talking about an identity crisis here. These are very serious themes. Very, very serious. Now, just to be clear, I don't want to talk about my days in rehab, but it wasn't very long. I will not comment about those Arrakis worms from Dune. Come on, man. To crawl or not to crawl? That is the question. I think not to crawl. A lot of episodes. It's for kids and for grown-ups. Real kid could watch it too, you know. I kept my laser gun for them. They love this.
Okay. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, I think it looks really funny. I like what they're going with this. It seems very faithful to the original. So
Matt Jarbo's criticizing
it's not going to be bigger than Sonic. There's
if they get the voice more, I don't know. I'm not sold on
no. Even if they got the voice more, Sonic is like a world like Earthworm Jim is way more of a niche character. Like he's popular within the niche retro gaming community, but you have to work really like. There's just no way. Sonic is around the world. He's been around for like 30 years. He's been in the brand consciousness.
Degrassi knows. He says it's cheap Blender animation. Well done, but cheap. I think that looks really high-end animation to me. Tony.
I agree with Matt Jarbo. I hate to say it, but he's not going to be bigger than Sonic. Earthworm Jim was never really popular to begin with.
If they get the humor right, if they get the humor and the voice right.
I think even if they did do that, it'd be a great show and be popular. But you're asking this to compete on a level that's it's not fair to compare it to.
Okay. All right. Sonic is more. Everyone disagrees with me. All right. I just keep even thinking like even before Ratchet and Clank, if he comes back, he can have that success, close to that success, but it has to be done right. That's all. The execution there. I think that's exciting. I'm really excited about this project. I can't wait to see where it comes out. I don't know if this is final voice or this is just a test. I don't know where this clip came from. It's just in the article. Like, I don't know. Is this they debuting with this article? Is this anywhere else? No idea.
Yeah, they have. I think they have a Twitter account too. There's Earthworm Jim Show Twitter account. So this is actually happening. They're working on it right now. So we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said,
the style of the animation, I'm like 100% sold. I'm still not like the humor was not that funny yet. So I'm hoping the finished product, like the humor, really hits. But let's watch the quick animation of the Amico game just to compare. And then I didn't watch too much of your stream, Tony, so I don't know how you felt about Battle Tanks. I'm really happy about it. I don't know why they're taking it down. I have to do you know why?
I don't know exactly why, but as soon as it was put on Reddit that there was assets possibly used from other games, they unlisted the video. It was left unlisted for hours. That's where I got it. Then they took it down. It's completely gone now. They uploaded a different video called Tank Battle. I guess it had the same footage, just a different name. But now that video is also down, private.
It was also, I'll admit, I had no idea this video was coming out today. It was like, what? An Intellivision vid on a Thursday? Like I had no idea this was coming out today. And I just randomly watched it before I fell asleep. So here is the I didn't thumbs that one up yet. Oh, because this is the updated game, updated to 60 frames. All right, so here's the game. Did you see this yet, RJ?
I've seen I don't remember. I don't remember if I've seen this or not. I know I saw some clips of an Earthworm Jim game, but
Now at this stage, it doesn't really look any tie into the animation style we just saw. So this just looks
Well,
like
it's
its own
also on
thing.
a much simpler bit of hardware where they can't
Right,
do that
but
kind of thing.
it even seems a little bit different stylistically. So at this stage, I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I think this is meant to invoke more of the '90s nostalgia, more of the '90s cartoon aesthetic. From
Yeah,
is that it?
Yep, that's it. That's all we ever got from Earthworm Jim 4
Oh,
so far.
okay.
That's it. All right, end of show. No, battle tanks. This is weird. I have to research here. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this, Max. All the tweets from Tommy and Intellivision have been deleted. The Facebook posts have been deleted. So,
Well,
Wait. What's going on? I need the context. What's going on?
they released the video. There are some accusations that the assets were like for the battle tanks,
plagiarized.
yeah. And then as far as I heard, they were okay with everything, but then that doesn't really jive with making everything private, does it? So I don't know. And then I'm in a weird.
They were
then I'm in a,
using assets, and they privated the video.
yeah. But then it's the other thing is I have my good friend Tony on here discussing this. I didn't know this was happening before I was going to react, so now I feel weird reacting, but I want to.
You could react to something, Max. There's a video from Goose showing exactly what we're talking about.
Well, I don't. No, I could react to the official Amico one. I still have it in my. I still could play it.
So you can play to compare.
I mean, unless they stop. This is weird. This puts me in a weird spot. Oh boy. All right. Well, I'll just play what I mean. I'm just gonna do what I was originally gonna do. If it's still up, it's still up for me. Like I don't know. All right, let's react. I don't know what's going on. I know there were some accusations.
Hi, I'm Tommy Tellerico, and we are here at Intellivision with our Chief Technology Officer,
John Alvarado,
and his wonderfully curly mustache.
Max.
All right. So today we're going to
that?
I was telling you to pause it. John Alvarado got an upgrade on his title, and Tommy got an additional title.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it said CEO and Chief Creative Officer for Tommy. And
okay.
John Alvarado said Chief Technology Officer.
Oh, that's great. That's good. I know they're John Alvarado's doing a lot for this, and Tommy is involved creatively, so I'm cool with that. All right. He obviously knows the games. Did you see the video of him playing Moon Patrol? Tommy knows these games in and out, so I think he's heavily involved. You know, at least with play testing it and giving the developers notes and stuff.
Okay. An Amico deep dive for the game
Intellivision Battle Tanks.
Now, Intellivision Battle Tanks. So there was a game on the original.
This immediately goes up to one of my most wanted. The only thing that would make this better for me is if they did like futuristic tanks, sort of like Tron, but not like Tron, so they don't get in trouble. Too, like another version, like more tanks and more settings that are futuristic too. But even as this looks like a lot of fun to me. Looks like a blast.
Intellivision called Triple Action, and it had 3 games on it.
Right, 3 games.
Auto Racing, which was kind of meh, and then Biplanes and Battle Tanks.
Right.
We decided to split those 2 out. Biplanes is its own game, and this is Intellivision Battle Tanks.
Right, and Battle Tanks is an interesting game. You control a tank, and we have a very unique controller. We wanted to get the best control approach to controlling a tank, so we actually had to build a prototype and try a lot of different options, and we ended up liking more than one.
That's right, and that was a prototype that we built here in-house, tried out a whole bunch of different settings and everything. We ended up choosing 3 different ones. Right. And we're going to go over those right now. In fact, let's check out some of the modes first, actually. Look at this. All right, in
I'm
television
gonna
battle tanks. Let's
skip
you
the
can
modes, but
unlock-
there's like deathmatch, there's capture the flag. There's a lot of interesting things that you get like with first person shooters. A lot of modes that I would love to play. The capture the flag actually looked really decent when you see the whole screen. Like,
Hey Max, I got a question for you.
yeah.
Since the Amico is supposed to be aimed at families and kids and being family friendly, don't you think something called deathmatch is a little off brand?
You're not wrong there, but it is tanks blowing each other up. I mean, if it qualifies for E for everyone, it's still not extreme. It's not like extremely violent. I mean, kids play with little army men and stuff
I'm
too.
not calling it violent. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
couldn't
calling
they
it
have come up with a
deathmatch.
better.
Yeah, that's a good point. I actually think they should consider that, even though I'm okay with it. But if you are going for E for everyone, calling it deathmatch,
Like
not a,
Last Man Standing or Soul Survivor or something,
yeah.
And I know one of the tanks is called the Hell something. I think that's another like.
Well, I mean, if
you're going after religious families, you can't have a tank with the word hell in its name.
I think you know what's weird is sometimes if you go with like army type properties, sometimes you get a pass for children's things. If I don't have an issue with it and it gets the E for everyone rating, I don't really care. But I do see your point. Like someone religious or someone that's, hey, this is E for everyone. I don't think anyone. I don't see anyone carrying out though. Like a consumer, this tank is called hell. Or it's called deathmatch. Like I don't see that, but there's a potential there, I guess. Matt Jarbo saying you're a concerned troll.
No, I'm
yeah.
not.
Oh, Jason Spade says virtualist families are all pro.
Well, this is true.
Lucky Day says as long as it passes the ratings, it's fine. Yeah, I don't personally care, but I see. But I mean, what do you think of that, RJ? I think a lot of like. There's a lot of toys. Like, look at Toy Story. They have army men in there too, but they don't say deathmatch. That's true. But for some reason, G.I. Joe and stuff, they get a pass.
Well, G.I. Joe never killed anybody. Haven't you watched the cartoon? They shoot lasers and no one ever gets hit.
No, I didn't really watch the cartoon much. Okay. All right, let's just watch a little bit. Are you still there, RJ?
Yeah, I had to just go for a second, run back.
Okay. We're not going to really stream too much longer. I just this was a surprise stream because I had a lot of Amico stuff and I wanted to be positive about the Amico today. I don't understand all this chaos with the video being delisted and stuff. I don't know.
You'd probably want to have. Oh, look, there it is. I don't want to show you all of them, but just to give you an idea.
Now, as far as I know, this is where these tank assets or something like the image of them. I don't know. Is that's what people are talking about, Tony?
The title screen, these assets, and the little icons that go along with them.
Oh, they said final name to be announced. Okay, so this logo here, battle tanks.
No, not the logo. The background screen, the tank and the explosion.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't listen. It's not up that people have the right to criticize that. I can't really address those concerns. I heard earlier that it wasn't an issue, but if they delist it, that makes me assume certain things. I don't know. I have to be fair.
Keeps track of all your different stats, which is cool. Also wanted to point out that each of your controllers
Why is the controller on the right side missing the assets?
It doesn't say main gun or anything. Huh.
It says live. It just is missing the text and the green stuff.
Yeah.
That's what's missing.
Maybe it doesn't have any ammo at the time, like because it says main gun and C4. Maybe
But you got unlimited ammo.
I don't know. Good question. These are good questions.
It might just be in like a programming mistake, or like maybe it's like a proof of concept video, so maybe they simply made an editing mistake. It happens.
Yeah, I mean those are good questions, Tony. I I honestly, when I look at it, I don't look at it as closely as you do. I'm not looking for things like that, but I do. Yeah, what I immediately assumed was that the tank is out of ammo and then you have to go pick it up. But you said unlimited ammo, so that wouldn't make sense there. I don't know. I can't explain that. Okay.
Tanks go after
What do you think
the
of this?
helicopter.
I'll turn down the volume
If you do
so we can hear each other. What do you think of this, RJ? Do you think this would be fun to play with some friends?
Yeah, I would give this a try. I mean, I've never played any Amico games, so I can't really judge, and I would need to like experience the controller and how it works. But like a little party game like this might be fun for like get a couple beers.
But it is. I mean, to be
Food.
fair, unless they change the name, it is deathmatch, and you could take 4 friends out on tanks, and there's also they ricochet some of the bullets. There's
Wait,
also
deathmatch? That's not very family friendly.
that's what Tony just said.
I know. I wasn't here.
Oh, okay.
I know. I was making a stupid. I was making a dumb joke.
I like that you can hold the bullet and then release a more powerful shot. Also, these helicopters coming at you is pretty intense.
Oh, John gets some and takes.
Yeah, I mean, this might be fun. Like I said, I would need to see how it controls and feels when I actually like play it. But it looks like a fun little arcade game to play for a little bit.
Yeah. No, I'm really happy about this game. I hope everything gets sorted out. Well, here he is. Like you had questions about the controller, Tony. There he is with they're working, but I can't I can't explain why the right controller wasn't working.
Maybe the controller wasn't actually turned on, so they kind of did some Photoshop to show what it would look like if it was on, just because they didn't have time to like actually turn the console on and like showcase the actual controller thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's too big of a deal. It is kind of a bit of a goof up, but I don't anticipate the people watching this, like the people they are trying to get to watch videos like this, are going to be like going in depth like that. Perhaps, I don't know.
I just think this late in the game it should be all buttoned up by now.
No, that's fair. That's a fair criticism.
And this wasn't even like, if it was live, I could be like, oh, it was a bug that happened, but this was edited. Someone looked at the video and decided that was fine. Like,
hey, CM Retro, I'd like to have you on soon, CM Retro Gaming. Yeah, no, that's all fair criticism. I don't know.
Yeah, I will say though, like the one thing I'm noticing, this isn't a criticism, just more so just I know it's a design philosophy of the console. I'm just wondering if there's going to be like the kind of games that like you play for more than just one sitting. You know what I mean? Like a game you kind of like you turn it off, like you get to a save point. It's like okay, it's a little more lengthy, something I can dive into and get invested beyond just pick up and play for like an hour.
Finnegan Fox.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess there is Finnegan Fox, but I need to see more from that one, I guess,
Well, I can't wait to play this against Enosh and his kids. And then hopefully my pal Brian. I want to play Brian. I'm not no, that's just a hint about potentially the future. All right.
That could be a problem too. Maybe it is an issue too where they are working on too much at once to try and have this elaborate launch. I mean, because you have to consider, I think these are very likely very small developers, like maybe like one, like very small teams working on each game. So maybe they're asking a bit too much of everybody to like get it all done at once, perhaps. Yeah, so there's those inconsistencies there.
I'm gonna call Tony's criticism fair when it's fair. This is a deep dive video. It should be checked. And I know Generation X, which I plan to have on in the future, that's one of his concerns too, is making sure everything's checked double before you release a video. That's fair criticism. But as of the gameplay though, and the controller, how it reacts with the game, it looks legit. And I like that there's multiple ways that you can control the tank. They give you options there. Wow.
I thought that was a mistake.
What?
Actually?
Giving you more options?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a pick up and play non-gamer type thing. Like for me personally, more options is better. But if your market is non-gamers who just want to pick up and play, you should limit the options in order to make it easier, more accessible. Like just pick up, play the game. Here's how you control it.
Retro Complex says, I will play this game with my kids just to make fun of them. Okay, if I win. If you win, yeah. Now I got to see if you win.
Just like with the stats. The stats are for like hardcore gamers. There should be a mode where you don't have to worry about the stats of the different tanks. You can just pick whatever tank you think looks cool.
Kids mode?
Yeah. Because
Maybe-
again, stats are like hardcore gamer in.
Yeah.
I keep getting told that the console is for not hardcore gamers, soccer moms and stuff.
Well,
and I think
I know in the options you could turn off the life bar and stuff like that. Maybe there is a kids mode too. I haven't really seen that in this video though.
but you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't think everything has to be kids friendly, but right, the majority of the in-depth stuff is the stuff that we're seeing aimed towards, even though the low-hanging fruit that Tommy keeps saying, the hardcore, the stuff that we're getting a lot of info on is the hardcore games, which I'm fine with because that's what I'm in here for. I'm not really in here for the family. I mean, I am in here for the family friendly too, but that's secondary to these type of games.
Well, yeah, I understand it, but like I said, if no,
Well,
I'm
the
just going
original
off of
television
the
games, though, had a lot of games like this too, though, right?
yeah. But what I'm saying is, I'm just going off of the marketing. What Tommy's saying is the market is casuals, non-gamers. Everything's supposed to be pick up and play. So I would think that
Jarko's
you would
not a
make it
fan of you,
easier to
Tony.
make it pick up and play. I'm not crying about different tanks with different. See, this is why no one wants to have any kind of discussion.
Okay.
You're being told the console is supposed to be for non-gamers, soccer moms, and then you're giving them all this complicated stuff, and I'm going, hey, you're saying the other systems are too complicated, and you're doing complicated stuff. I think that's you're not hitting your market. Now, if he said, hey, we're marketing towards retro gamers, I'd be like, yeah, this makes sense. I agree with this. Do this way.
Well, Floyd says, I don't think this console is going to see the light of day. I do think it's going to see the light of the day. I hear a few things going on now. I still, it's not going to get here by the end of the year. Definitely. Hopefully first quarter. If it goes past first quarter 2022, oh my God. I don't know what,
What happens if it doesn't release until 20? What?
Well, there's a past the part of relevancy. You're going to lose so much consumer confidence that if it goes past 2022, I think you should just redesign it for today's market.
Well, I would
Keep
hope
the games.
I would hope. I think they realize their market size already, right? I think they understand that they're entering a very competitive market because I think, it's going for a different customer base, which is totally fine, right? I'm not saying it's not. But I think for right now, what they're trying to do is get the hardcore gamers, the hardcore retro gaming community invested in this first. Then get their families, because a lot of these retro gamers are they are part of groups, right? They have kids or they have, wives who maybe aren't in games as much. Get them hooked on this too. And then maybe in the future, you can try and brand it out. It's like kind of like a more expensive version of like those plug and play consoles, right?
Wow, Tony, you can make Matt Jorvo buy an Amico. No, because I
he
said
can
I was
go ahead, Amico. I got one on pre-order.
Okay.
I mean, let's face facts. If you want to say something is pick up and play, Super Mario Brothers pick up and play. You got two buttons. You move with the D-pad.
You don't think
there's
this
no
is
complications to it?
True. What I would say though, Tony, though, is that I think remember the Jack specific plug and play games where you buy it for like $20, right? You plug it in, you play the one game as the little joystick and two buttons, right? Very simple design games. Usually they were like with Spider-Man or SpongeBob or Shrek, that kind of stuff. I see it kind of. I don't mean to say this is a negative thing. I'm just saying this has kind of vibe in a way, but it's a more elaborate version of that, a little more high end of a version of that, plus with IPs and classic games from a retro console that retro games might be more invested in, right? I think that's what they should really be leaning on towards more. I think that's what they're trying to do at least.
That's not confirmed. We'll get more info. I don't blame anyone for questioning it though, for sure. But hopefully the next few days by the weekend, we'll get an update from them to see what's going on with the video. Potentially, hopefully it'll be released again in this new form. Who knows? I don't know. I will get more info on that.
But Max, you get what I'm trying to say though, right? I hope I'm making sense. I'm not like super I'm just looking at this from the outside point of view, right? Yeah. I'm not,
I don't understand Tony's criticism that this game isn't pick up and play. Besides the deathmatch criticism and stuff like that.
Well, I think well, the definition of pick up and play is gonna be different for everyone, right?
Yeah, but
Maybe
like-
like a 5-year-old
Well,
couldn't play this game, but you get like a 20-year-old or a 12-year-old.
I'm looking forward to playing this with my father, who back in the day we played video games, but since has mentally regressed a little bit. He's on disability. He's at home all the time. He cannot play modern games. This game, I think we could play together and he can have fun. So honestly, that's what I'm looking forward to this game. All right, let's just watch a little bit more and then we'll get our final thoughts. I wasn't planning on going in past an hour. I just did a quick stream here. I didn't know there was. When I started the stream, just for everyone's knowledge, I did not know that there was any issues with the video being live, and I was going to react to it after I talked about Earthworm Jim.
But the big difference here is I can now, wherever
See, I like
I
that.
go on the screen, and I can shoot as well by tapping the screen. So you have a little bit more flexibility. So driving around, do, and then screen will fire. And again, you can tap it if you like as well. So there you go. Okay.
Also,
so
with the
now-
touch screen, I heard from some of my friends that the Finnegan Fox at the event, that now when he jumps, the controller vibrates. So when you tap at the jump, I'm hoping that helps, because that's my one issue with using the touchscreen as a jump button. Feeling it vibrate will make it more natural feeling. I don't know, but I like the way they show different controller options. That was like a big plus for me. I'm like, yes, I want to be able to try different styles. Just like if you do first-person shooter, some people go in the settings and controllers. That doesn't mean it's not easy to me. I understand your criticism, though, Tony, that it could be, but I don't think that none of these examples seem overly complex to me. They're just different, honestly. I would love more options for the controller in case you don't want to use, like Finnegan Fox. I would love to use the button instead of the touchpad, but who knows if we'll do that.
I just think a more streamlined experience would be
That's fair.
more intuitive.
That's fair, but from what
Now,
I see
I'm not
here,
saying it's bad. See, that's what everybody's misunderstanding. I'm not calling this a bad game. I'm not saying that the options are bad or that this is stupid. I'm saying from a marketing perspective, from your marketing towards families, grandma, soccer moms, little kids, a streamlined experience would be more intuitive and easier for everyone to pick up and play.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Your dad used to play games, right, Max? You said your dad used to play games,
and
so he's probably going to have an easier time, even with any issues, than someone who's never played a game before.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully it has that pickup and play. Like, I would love to see people react to this game at the events, but I mean, I know people have played it. All right, let's watch a little bit more, and then we'll end the final thoughts.
Everyone's favorite, I think. So this is screen to drive. So wherever my thumb is going, the tank is going, but the turret is controlled by the disc. So you see that red arrow? That's exactly where the disc is, right? Because you can whip it around, but then the turret takes a little bit to catch up to the arrow. It takes a little bit, like a real tank, because we don't want just like totally whipping around. So driving like this, so you can drive wherever, and then I can be driving backwards and have the turret, driving away. Now, the other thing too, you'll notice on the screen is, see, my power is up there. You can see the red bar under my name, Tommy, but also it's 100% there. And when you have lives, it shows how many lives you have left. But again, it's the same thing where, you have your primary shot there, and the secondary shot drops the C4, boom, explode it. And so this is screen to drive. All right, I figured I'd wrap this up by showing a bunch of the different mission modes. Now,
all right,
remember,
I think that's all for now. We'll see if they re-release a video. Any final thoughts on this stream, guys? The battle tanks. Hey, Lunga.
Earthworm Jim looks cool. The cartoon. Yeah, that's my takeaway from this.
You're not gonna play Battle Tanks with me, RJ?
I might try it out. Although I want to know more about what's going on with the assets, though, because if they, I'm
Well, I
not
think
saying-
Max should play the Goose video then. It's like a 2-minute video, Max.
All right. This will not help me by playing this type of video. Okay, but I'll do it. All right, hold on, let me find it.
Look, Justin Proper's here.
All right, let me get this.
While Max is getting this, I will say it does look like a fun little game, something you could mess around with for a couple minutes. There was only, I think, 16 levels I've seen.
I'm not betraying anyone, Lucky Day. I did not know there was going to be controversy when I did a reaction vid.
There's controversy every day with this console.
I know, it's goddamn Tiger King. I actually started watching Tiger King Season 2 today. And I was like, this is...
That came out today?
It came out a few days ago.
Wow.
Okay. Retro Complex. Hey, Retro, you're... No, I'm not sidestepping it.
No, he's talking about how they call it Battle Tanks when it's called Combat. So it's Amico sidestepping.
Oh, I thought he said I was sidestepping. I mean, if we really want to have fun and then have Tommy never want to come on my channel, I can invite Lunga on right now.
Do you want to?
I don't know. I was going to end the stream. No. I'll have Lunga on to talk about the Miko soon. I actually want to hey, Lunga, I actually want to do a one-on-one interview with you again, because we haven't really got just like, just talk about stuff, just have fun, positive stuff. I like doing the one-on-one thing to get back in touch. Hey, Justin Proper, you're not caving into Tiger King. Yeah, there's a new season of Tiger King out.
Yes. Yeah, and I am doing good, by the way.
No, I will have you on another. I really just wanted to end the show. If you notice, I was going to end the show, get final thoughts, and Tony, that is accurate. Tony said that you should react to the video. I know. He's Snooky's ass. I know.
Oh, Snooky or Snooky?
Snooky. No, he's not even here. Oh my god. I have so much stress.
What's taking so long, Max?
Because I wanted to have a positive Amico stream for once. That's what's going on.
It was positive for like the first 30, 40 minutes. That's a record.
I was told that this wasn't an issue, but I don't know, because then, god damn it, on a live stream. Okay, here we go. As far as before I go further, everyone, as far as I know, I've been told that they have got permission for everything, but this video is released and the facts are they are reworking the video or whatever. All right. Now, what could happen?
Well,
is,
I was gonna say it keep.
Well, digital artists online,
Mhm.
they sell their images. It could be used for multiple games potentially. So
But I have seen some bad cases where people have kind of taken because they sometimes hire independent artists who don't have time to create other assets. So they'll find other assets online and unknowingly, they accidentally take.
Producer Zeno is demanding Lunga. Okay, I'm trying to get to bed. You guys are going to cause me real problems. If he wants to come on,
I can't stay for much longer. I have to go play Mario Party, so I'll have to dip out in a second.
Oh, I have Mario Party. We should play together.
Which one?
The new one.
Superstars?
Yes.
Come play right now.
Well, I'm on a stream right now. We could play. Send me your friend code this weekend. Me, you, and my wife could play sometime. Maybe we.
Yeah,
could
we've been looking for a fourth person to play with us. Actually,
Who's the other people?
Hans and one of my other friends.
Oh, all right, sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
All right. Okay, let's play this. Wait, I have too many tabs open. God damn it. Nothing goes as I want to do it.
Uh-oh.
Well, see, if they used an image from an artist, they may want to remove certain things because there's no planes in the games. But their bias of their video is saying that it was obviously stolen, which there could be very many other.
Here's the thing: maybe it wasn't stolen, and they used it. So this happens a lot too. Sometimes in the artist community, people see another image from another artist and use that as inspiration to create their imagery. But the problem is, if you don't actually give credit, it is technically plagiarism. I'm not saying that's what they intended to do, but that's why you have to be very, very careful when you're creating new assets or you're making.
You guys are all you producers of my show are giving me real problems right now, younger. I'm not excusing obvious copying. An artist can
it gets worse,
license out their image to multiple companies to use.
Max,
yeah,
I would stop right now and watch the video first.
Okay,
trust me.
Not for commercial use.
I pause it real quick, Max.
Yeah.
Okay, you see this tank he's going to talk about called Fury? It's actually from the movie Fury that was licensed to World of Tanks in a deal between the movie and the video game.
So it was like a movie tie-in tank. It wasn't even one of their own tanks.
So it is a replica of the tank from the movie. So it's a licensed asset from the movie Fury. This is not something that they could have relicensed.
Just because the tank in the movie Fury is named that doesn't mean this is the exact
No,
same.
it is, Max. Go to the World of Tanks that they had in 2014 a deal with the movie Fury to put the tank into the game.
All right.
Well, I think that's probably why it's called the Fury tank.
Let's finish this.
It even had Fury on the barrel.
All I could say is I will do more research on this. I did not expect this.
So this video was posted today?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh wow, so this is like breaking stuff. Okay.
That doesn't.
Yeah, it's Fury on the barrel.
What? Wait, go back. Can we see the tank again? I want to see the Fury. Can I pause it?
Fury.
So is that from World of Tanks?
Yep.
Okay, so play it again. Keep playing.
The one with the outline is the Amico one.
Oh yeah, it does have the Fury. It does have the Fury name on the barrel.
Well, I'm not making excuses for them. They have to make sure they're using assets that are legal. If they're not using it the legal way, I can't defend that. All I could say is I'm hopeful that they did their work and they didn't do this. But I mean, it's certainly fair use for people to criticize them and bring this up. I don't know. Honestly,
I mean, this has happened. I've seen this happen to other independent games as well, and you know, I do have to go in a second, but here's what I'll say. My final word on this before I dip out. It doesn't look good. I will say that. I'm speaking to someone from the outside. I'm not really big on this Amigo stuff. I'm just telling you, it doesn't look good. I've seen this happen to other independent projects. I mean, gosh.
Well, Lucky Day says maybe they're placeholders. I don't know. That's been in there for a while.
Well, if you're gonna do placeholders for a showcase for a game, though, that's a little, I don't know. But what I will say is that yeah, clipped assets are a big deal of mobile gaming. Exactly, like this can get them in a lot of trouble if they're not careful. Sometimes, you know, independent artists who are in charge of creating the assets don't really. Sometimes they don't know any better, or sometimes they make mistakes. They hire rookies and stuff. And you know, it's a shame that something like that happens. My hope would be that maybe again, because we've seen this before. I mean, look at the motion comic controversy with the Snyder Cut stuff, right? This stuff sometimes happens. All we can hope for is that hopefully they sort it out and actions are taken. I mean, obviously, if they pull down the video, something's up and they're going to rectify and fix it, hopefully. But I don't know.
George Plimpton says it isn't for commercial use because you need to pay for it. I don't know if they could, if it says it there and you could contact the person that made it and see if you can still buy it. I'm not sure. Just because that one part. Now the Fury and the tanks thing, I don't know what to say about that.
The Fury and the tanks one is the one I think kind of stands out. The other one, you know.
Well, I mean, if they did contact the person that created the image, even though it says not for commercial use, and then they contact them, that's assuming they did that. I don't know. I'm not saying they did. I'm saying there still would potentially be a way to contact the person that made the image and say, we want to use this as an asset in the game and pay them for it. I would hope so. If it wasn't used and no one was paid and they used an asset that says not for commercial use, that is a big red flag. Yes.
Well, here's the thing, Max. Let's say they bought that asset from that website, right?
I gotta dip
to use in the game. If they bought it outright, then the website should have took their version down so no one else could use it.
What's that? I'm sorry. I was trying to time someone out. Sorry, go.
If Intellivision bought the tank from that website, bought the asset outright, like didn't license it, but actually bought it, then the website would have had to take their version down. And I don't see them licensing an asset just to put in the game when they could just make their own tank.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of questions that come up from this. I'm sure we'll be covering this shortly. You have every right, Tony, to criticize this. Also, the person that made the video. There's a lot of concerns there. I'm hoping that they that they got everything that they needed to do before releasing a game. And to me, the game looked more final. So these type of issues that come up now is not we'll have to wait and see. There's certainly a lot of questions, and I was just for transparency, I was extremely excited about this game before this shit.
Yeah, I did see your tweet saying you were excited.
Yes.
Well, it doesn't affect the game anyway. They would just
the game, right? The game, but assets you have to listen. Any video that they release now, they better quadruple check everything in it to make sure everything's legit, like assets. No, I mean, we need. As a fan, I'm getting extremely frustrated with this asset stuff. Just like I also, when I played Moon Patrol, I also saw that Star Fox screen and I brushed it off. It wasn't like a big deal, but at this stage, you need to make sure all the assets that you're using you're legally allowed to, and I hope they are, and I'm going to assume they are until I get more knowledge. But I'll admit, doesn't look great. No, it's not another not great look for Intellivision based on a day that was extremely positive. Like the gameplay looks a lot of fun. I like the context of the video, but I don't need another headache just for something positive coming out. A little controversy Gets the blood flowing. No, Easy G. Listen, things should be sorted out by now, and especially this has nothing to do with hardware at all. You know,
Well, I will say this, Max.
nothing to do with hardware.
Despite Lunga in the comments saying the buck stops with Tommy, I don't think this could be put at Tommy's feet. Because
Okay.
unless you actually like, I would have never known where this stuff came from unless someone
Asset.
pointed it out to me.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think Tommy probably just looked at it and was like, "Oh, that looks good." So fucking put it in there. Yeah, hell yeah. So whoever,
Indie developers. And
I know they got a little, it's a small developer doing the game, so maybe they cut corners, trying to get one over on Intellivision or whatever. So
No, but to be fair, that does still stop.
I know it
Tommy.
reflects
It's just
bad on-
unfortunate. It's just
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I'm just saying, as far as
no, Lunga, you're
blame.
right. It can be put. Everything should be checked. Although it is hard to check. Like you assume that
Right.
The game developers know this stuff, but you're also working with indie game developers, so you're working to try to cultivate new games, new properties with indie developers that should know better. But it does ultimately, just like the thing that happened with Alec Baldwin on set, it's very unfortunate. It's not necessarily him, but it's with his production. So if there was something there that wasn't done correctly, I don't think it was intentional, like on Intellivision's part. I would assume that the indie developer used an asset they should have been more careful with. If there's something there, if they didn't get permission for the assets, but we'll see.
Right.
Certainly.
And I see people in the comments disagreeing with me, but like I said, the movie came out in 2014. If you didn't see the movie, you wouldn't know about it. As far as Fury, if you don't play World of Tanks, you wouldn't know about it. If you don't play War Thunder, you wouldn't have known that the screen was there from like 2008 or something. So again, ultimately, yes, Tommy being the CEO is responsible, but I'm saying as far as blame, like actual, who's the one like was doing the nefariousness, I don't think it was Tommy. I don't think Tommy was like, "Hey, go steal some assets and put it in battle tanks." Rather, I think it was the developer doing it.
It is a fix, can be potentially an easy fix, but it also takes away time where you could have been more refining it instead of making a mistake to it at this stage. Yeah, no.
Oh my God, why do people keep trying to put words in my mouth, Max? George Plimpton, I didn't say Amico is only for families. I said they are, Tommy keeps saying we're marketing towards families. That is our primary market. Retro gamers are, what would he call you? Low hanging fruit. Easy, you're a layup. You guys are on board automatically. So if your primary market is families and non-gamers, then your game should be primarily marketed towards them and made easily accessibility for those gamers.
Well, this would be an interesting time to say, if I can, I've worked out a little small. Well, maybe I shouldn't say it yet because I have to confirm. Okay, never mind. There's another YouTuber that I'm going to work with on Amico content this weekend. It just might be one-on-one, though. I'm not sure. All right. I think I think we're going to wrap it up because I want to do I want to go play some games. Actually, I've been playing a lot of, Xbox with, what's the new game title? The racing game. Forza Horizon. Sorry, 5. This is how my mind works. I forget stuff all the time. Forza Horizon 5, and I've been enjoying it. So
I want to game of the year, Max.
It's awesome.
I heard some people complaining they were upset it didn't get into the Game Awards as a nominee for Game of the Year.
I don't know if it's Game of the Year yet. I have to keep playing it. It started out really great. Like the opening races are really cool. The graphics are amazing. I'm looking forward to Halo Infinite. Zeno says kids love BattleTank games. The game. I think if there is anything that's improperly done, they can correct it. But that's also a downside too, because we should be using this time to refine things, getting things for launch, getting games ready for launch, instead of correcting assets, which is like a no-brainer. But you have a lot of indie game people that they're doing these things that should know better, and they just don't. They don't. No, they don't. They do these stupid boneheaded mistakes. But that does go fall to the feet of Tommy. Let me get Longa's comment. Tommy is complicit to the nefarious. What? I don't know if I agree with your terms there, Longa. Nefarious.
Well, he put it in quotes because I said nefariousness.
Oh, okay. Nefariousness.
Because I said Tommy wasn't responsible for the nefariousness. It would be on the developer.
I would like. Well, no, not tonight. Not tonight, RJ. I want to play it this weekend, but I want to play Forza Horizon tonight. All right. Let me see. Oh, Dracovania, my favorite friend. He doesn't really like my takes much. I think I saw that somewhere. Tommy gave himself the title of creative director, so now he just made himself.
Well, that is a good point.
Yeah, new Rhea, new Pokemon tomorrow on Rhea's channel, so go check it out. I would have loved to have Rhea in this conversation as well. Oh well. Okay, that's how the cookie crumbles. I wanted to do a positive Amico vid, and it's all gone to shit. Bye, everyone. Thank you. And this isn't going to help me at all. I wanted to have a complete. You know what I wanted to have, Tony? As we end the show, I wanted to have a completely positive Amico stream.
I just wanted to be in the chat. You invited me on.
No, I didn't. No, I totally invited you on because I didn't foresee that much of an issue. I assumed, based on what info I did have, that this wasn't an issue. And the video, I hope the assets are fine, but people have the right to criticize it. That's all. I'm looking for Earthworm Jim. I want to play this game. I hope everything goes well. I want my Amico. Have an Amico day. All right. You want to end it? Say.
What do you want me to say, Max? Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Mad Max's stream.
Yeah.
Have a positive and glorious Amico day.
What is Defoe doing in here?
No idea.
Defoe? H-Barts. What the heck? Who is this? All right, I'm ending the stream because I think this is H-Barts' logo. Good night, everyone.